Talochan Shastri, you've been the most patient and you perhaps have reason to say you've not got a level playing field, enough time to answer. But I want to understand from you, as an organization which is committed to, in a way, cleaning up public life, when you hear debates like this, when you're seeing what's happening around you, are you sanguine about the state of democracy? Jaiprakash Narayan says, look, it's a flawed democracy, but he's still hopeful it's a competitive democracy. Do you believe it's a competitive democracy, or if one side has its hand tied behind its back while the other side can run with resources and more, is it a level playing field that is skewing democracy?
See, Rajdeep, you have raised some very important questions. I don't think, what is the meaning of the word level playing field, because there has never been a level playing field. Even when the Congress was in power, the Congress always had more money than the opposition parties, and today the BJP has more power, has more money. Actually, I am a little sanguine, like Jaiprakash, my dear friend and mentor, that Indian democracy is in good hands. Sometimes when you start cleaning up things, a lot of manthan or churning takes place, and many of these issues that we are hearing about are coming up. But I am actually hopeful that as voter awareness increases, voters will demand better democracy, and we will get it.
No, because the fear.
But coming back to the current situation,
for example, out of the manthan of over electoral bonds, the fear is cash is back. And cash will go to whoever is in power, and they will then be able to actually skew democracy even further. So while we resolve one problem, we've created another.
No, Rajdeep, let me just clarify on this. The electoral bonds were issued on January 2nd, 2018, well before the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. So they were in place, and in 2019, a record seizure of cash took place by the Election Commission, appointed by the government, of course, a record seizure which exceeded any cash seizure in 75 years of democracy. So electoral bonds did not stop black money, and in the Supreme Court judgment, please read it, Rajdeep, and I would request the people of India, the Election Commission has gone on record in writing saying that the electoral bonds have every chance of actually increasing black money. So this is just some political gobbledygook that because of electoral bonds, black money was gone, and after their electoral bonds are removed, now black money is going to come back. This is
you're
completely
saying electoral
false.
bonds remains a fraction of the cash that comes at election time, and the real challenge.
No question whether it is through.
So the real challenge.
The real challenge is to get rid of electoral bonds.
Okay, I want to go. I just have a couple.
I'll tell you. We have an excellent ED and income tax department. We have an intelligence bureau. They seem to be knowing a lot of things that the ordinary citizens don't know. Before the elections, they know where the black money is. They can just seize it.
Yes, but the question is, sir, the question is, do they only go and raid opposition parties, and that's where we come, and do they allow the government to get away? That's been the real center of today's debate. Because what's happened in the last few weeks seems to suggest that these agencies, which may otherwise be very professional, are using acts like the PMLA to target the opposition and let the government get away. So I'll go round the table with 30 seconds to each to ask for one suggestion, one solution that each of you have. The parties first. If you come to power, Dr. Ajay Alok, will you be willing to give an account of the ED's actions when it comes to people who are your allies against whom cases are closed and the opposition who seems to be targeted? Are you willing to give the people of this country an account on the so-called washing machine politics? 30 seconds.
ED is an independent organization and it's completely in public domain. If anybody has doubt about ED CBI's integrity, they can please move to the Honorable Court. No need to ask us because they will never trust us. I know, I'll give you a small example. On March 2021, BJP got an electoral bond of 50 crores from Future Gaming. And then on 12th April 2022, ED raided and attached their 309 crores properties. Why ED has done that? Because BJP was a beneficiary, ED shouldn't have done it. Do you have any question for answer for that?
Okay.
And please,
Can
it was
I-
never
can I-
a level
can I
playing
go
field
post-
in your debate.
Sir, can I
you were
go-
putting me 4:1 and you are not giving me
Sir,
half
they're
the
not
time.
4:1. I think that's an insult to Jaiprakash Narayan and Tarlochan Shastri to say 4:1. I think that's I've given you equal time.
No, I'm counting you
sir.
on that 4. I'm counting you on that 4.
You can say
I'm
what
not
you want.
accounting Jaiprakash, I'm counting
You
on
can
that
say
4.
what you
Because I
want.
had to answer all
I do
4
not.
of you.
I will continue to
I
ask
have
you the
to
hard
counter all 4
questions.
of you because
You
for
have too many.
for all 4 of you, the
Put his
democracy
voice
is-
down. I'll tell you why. There are too many anchors who have stopped asking questions, Dr. Ajay Alok. You are someone whom I respected. Start listening to anchors who ask questions. Do not target me. I'm the messenger. It's for you to answer. You should tell me, a Naveen Jindal, whom you accused in the Colgate scam, is now your candidate. Janardhan Reddy, whom you accused in the mining scam, is now being embraced by you. I'm only asking the question, sir. That's my job. 30 seconds to you. Jasmine Shah, Delhi liquor scam. Are you willing to come? Are you willing to accept the court verdict? Whatever the court says, you will accept or not? Or will you say the courts are also bought in this country?
Absolutely not. And we have never blamed the courts. It is because of the PMLA law that almost makes a bail impossible until you start the trial and finish the trial. But BJP has not been even wanting to begin the trial. They want Aam Aadmi Party leaders to be in the jail for years and trial doesn't start. I have one very commonsensical suggestion because you asked for solutions. Rajdeep, if these 2 suggestions which I'm going to make, if even BJP implements, half what I would say 90% of the trouble will be over. Number 1, if ED takes up any case, finish it within 6 months. You cannot keep an investigation going for years and years and then make it almost like this thing. And second point is you cannot put a person in jail without trial or conviction. If you're really sure that somebody is so accused and there is solid evidence, finish the trial quickly, convict the person and then put in jail.
So with due regard, that is not just true of politicians. Remember, there are thousands and thousands of under trials in this country who suffer even more from longer periods in jail. But Shama Mohammed, you're quick. Congress suggestion, if you all come to power, I asked you this earlier, are you willing to give that commitment? You will keep all these agencies free. You will not have any more cage parrots.
See, I believe a democracy should have independent organizations, whether they're Election Commission, ED, CBI, income tax. That's how a democracy matures. Otherwise, it's not a democracy. Now, just coming in for Ajay Alok, he talked about future gaming. I can give him another one. ED rates future gaming on 2nd April 2022. 5 days on 5th April, they donate 100 crores. ED IT department raids Shirdi Sai Electricals in December 2022. In January 2024, they give 40 crores electoral bonds. So, it is out there how ED has been functioning for the electoral bonds as an
your time is up. I have to level playing field. Your time is up, ma'am. Jaiprakash Narayan, 30 final seconds and exactly 30 seconds. If there was one place you would start to restore confidence in this whole idea of a level playing field, I emphasize that there should be a level playing field because that's what democracy was meant to be. It doesn't mean who wins or loses. BJP can get 400 seats. That's not the question. The question is ensuring both sides have equal opportunity to woo the voter. One suggestion, 30 seconds.
Very briefly, Rajdeep, we are not dealing with black and white, good or evil. It's various shades of grey. The first step to transform the system is, can we create a framework of robust rule of law? Again, in which the first step is there are many things to be done, it will take a long time. An independent, effective, accountable investigative system. Because if it's not accountable, trust me, mere independence, there are many countries where rogue police forces are a disaster for the country. So independent, effective and accountable.
You have an example, global example?
You have in Australia, you have in Britain, you have in United States, and much of the United States, you have in France, many countries have it. Many mature democracies have it.